I thought I was on my way to something else, and as it turned out, I was on my way here. Barrell Gunn is less a furniture business and more of a grown man playing with his Lego. We make vintage industrial furniture. It's a blend of steel and wood, and it's meant to be a contradiction to current trends in furniture. So everything now is flat pack, everything is supposed to be kind of temporary, because when you get tired of it, you can throw it away. And I like the irony in taking something that has been thrown away and making something that will last forever. The way we treat the wood that we incorporate into the furniture. It's a Japanese method called shosugiban or yakisugi, which has become quite popular over the last few years. The method is about 400 years old. I came across it when I was in Japan. I lived in Kyoto near the foothills of Mount Hiezan, and an awful lot of the houses in Kyoto itself, and especially in the more traditional villages, are black. And I used to think it was a resin, or maybe that it was a dye or a stain that they used, and it was only at a fire festival that I found out it was actually they char the wood. It makes the wood essentially fireproof. It's very difficult to set fire to something that has already been partially charred. It's a natural waterproofing, a natural pesticide and a natural fungicide, and it looks stunning. I was an exchange student in Dublin City University and studied Japanese and international business. And I was just a pretty shit student. I ended up leaving college and going to work in an Irish bar, weirdly, an Irish pub in the heart of the geisha district in Kyoto. The crowd in the bar were really cool, a lot of artistic types. That's where I actually picked up shosugiban and the furniture making and the traditional methods first. I didn't really see myself staying in Japan forever, so I think sometimes Irish people only go away so they can sing songs about coming back home again. Yeah, so I came home. I probably should have read the newspapers a little bit before coming home, because Ireland was just starting into one of the worst recessions in its history. It was just tough finding work, finding somewhere to live, and you just kind of had to go back to what I did as a child, which was working with my hands. And all I had at the time was kind of cheap materials, and I started making furniture, mainly for myself more so than for sale, actually. It was to furnish my own house. And as that furniture got popular, that was when I kind of realised that there might be a business. We usually start off with like pretty ugly wood. There's very little pretty wood comes through the doors, you know, into the workshop. Lots of it goes out, but very, very little comes in. We cut it, size it to whatever we need, and then that's when the kind of fun stuff starts. That's when you start burning it. You do tend to get lost in it and lose time in it, but that's the part where it's more of an art and less of a science. Where normally you might sand wood or plane wood and you get a beautifully smooth surface, yakisugi or shosugiban essentially blows out the weakness in the grain, leaving only the kind of the harder grain, giving a beautiful undulating rippled effect across the surface of the wood. Deceptively smooth, it tends to look rougher than it is, so you get to keep the memory of the wood and the story of salvage timber where it looks rough and has character, but to the touch is just like silk.
It's savory smell, isn't it? It's lovely. It's gorgeous.
It's never about just one person. The Barrell Gunn crew, the people that I surround myself with here, are the real reason for the success that we have so far. It is, in some ways, the worst job. You end up absolutely filthy at the end of the day. It's freezing in my workshop, but it's the best job in the world. I wouldn't do anything else.